I finally got to doing the Cull Shadows mission, and today I got a build for you guys, kind of similar to my back then antics of using Monte Carlo and making a dumb build fit that does insane damage for in-game content, obviously, right? So we just gonna go down here, throw this at him, get a little bit frozen. He dead, okay? He dead. He dead, okay? He dead. Talking about he dead. Tap that. And then we're gonna get rid of the rest of y'all here, man. This build is fun to use, okay? It's super fun to use, okay? If you're looking for a build to have some fun with, this is the one for you. It's definitely different outside the box. Don't expect it to be like other builds where it comes to spamming abilities all day. This is the Unga Bunga build, okay? This is the build that you going in and you're stabbing everybody and you don't care, okay? That's it. You just don't care. You're done with that. You're done with the enemy's BS, and you're ready for something different in life. You're ready for them to stop messing with you and everything. You're ready to pay back for all the BS they love putting you through. I know y'all hate when them enemies run up on you and start stabbing you like they really bout that is. Like they bout the shits for real. See, like him. This is a good example. The guy that always sniping you and killing you on your run that you hate. Okay? And we're just gonna throw this right here. And then stab, stab. Shoot. Stab, stab. Okay? That guy gonna be up there sniping at me, being ignorant. Matter of fact, I'm tired of your ish. Tired of your ish. Get you out of here. And who the other one? Who the other one shooting? I don't know if that right gonna kill you, but I'm throwing it at you. I'm getting another one up you, my guy. I'm getting another one at you. Don't run. Don't run. Poison kill him. Don't run. Chase up. Punch. Get you. And they holding hands, this bastard. Okay, we gotta do some maneuvering here. We gotta do some maneuvering here. I was gonna one-shot this guy, but he got some little minions here. Hold on. Get the sniper out of here. Get out of here, bro. Stab. Get him out of here. Shoot some of these people. Spread some poison. Okay. Break your shield. Punch. Punch. Go ahead and go invisible. I want to get over here with this brig. Stab. Shoot. Stab. We can literally stay right here all day and tank some ish. Oh my god, this freaking, yeah, I needed you though. More damage. I needed you too. This not even time. Matter of fact, let me come back to you. I need No! I was just trying to see. I should have stayed on him. I should have stayed on him and destroy him like I wanted to. But I was trying to show off. I was trying to get combination below ×3 to show y'all the even more deadly damage that it can do. But I didn't need it. That's the thing. I didn't need it. I didn't need it, but I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need it, but I wanted it. Like, if I go over here right now, I'm mad that they'd be able to still see me while I'm invisible. Nope. And you're dead, my guy. I shouldn't have let that happen, bro. I shouldn't have let that happen. And then we just do the same thing to them. Yep. Oh, you was a drain. I was gonna say, why my health going down? Cause he a drain. We had a little bit of unfortunate event right there, but it's a-okay. It's a-okay. That's cause of pride is a devil. I think it got a hold on me. Pride is a devil, and that's what happened right there. That's what happened right there. Never do too much, y'all. Never do too much, bro. Do enough. Do enough. Always do enough. Never too much. That was a bad lesson, but you know that y'all get what I mean. Chase up. Where you go? Where you go? What a dun 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 dun. I should have poisoned him first. You want to poison first, y'all. Always remember that. You want to poison first and then stab. What up, guys? Alchemist saying something nice for you. So today's build, we are focusing on Cull Shadow. Okay, and what this exotic does is final blows or rapid hits with this weapon's frontal blade, which y'all seen I was doing stabbing. Not only does it heals you, but it gives you a buff called Soul Fire Charges. You can hold 5 of them. And then when you shoot the fusion rifle, you poison people. Okay? And the frontal blade deal more damage to enemies that are hit with the poison. That's why I said you wanna shoot the fire, you wanna poison first before you start stabbing again, because you will get yellow numbers with the extra damage, okay? And I'll throw like the extra damage number you get on the screen. Right? So that's what you want to do first. And then you also have targets afflicted by the corruption from soul fire charges create soul fire crystals, which y'all seen on the field, and those crystals can detonate and deal damage to people. And then we got the exotic catalysts that came from the exotic mission, right? The one we're using this build is soul fire skewer. This makes it that whenever we do stab those soul fire crystals, we get corruption for our frontal blade that we stabbing with in this build to do, you know, melee damage and whatnot, right? So to show you guys a unique thing about this, which is actually kind of I won't say broken, it's not accurate, is this weapon has chunking to it. This exotic has some chunking going on here. So if I kill this Minotaur and make a crystal, right? We're gonna stab these crystals to get the soul fire skewer perk going. Now if I go over here and I stab this Minotaur, watch the poison damage. The poison damage is saying 8, right? But look at his health bar. You see that chunk just happen randomly? That is weird. Look, I'm doing 10. Now look at his health bar again. It's just gonna do a big chunk randomly out of nowhere. Boom. So I don't know what's going on there, but don't be deceived by the soul fire skewer exotic trait. It actually is very powerful, even though the poison says 10. It's doing more than 10, okay? Now, your other weapons can be whatever you want it to be. I just want to focus on champion stuns, right? Now, the stats you want to go for is 200 melee, because this increases the damage of the stabbing of Cull Shadow. So this is giving us an extra 30% extra damage. I got a font mod in my arm piece for the 200. But this gives you an extra 30% damage to the Cull Shadow stabbing. And then the other stat you want to go for is 65 class stat, or 70. To make it that you always get your class ability back whenever you do the combination blow combo, right? And then you want to try to get 100 grenade, okay? And I'll explain why. Because we are using the exotic class item, Spirit of Renewal. This makes it that whenever we throw our dust field grenade, when we stand inside dust field grenade, we get frost armor. So this is gonna give us ×5 frost armor, and this allows us to just basically do a domain expansion near a group of enemies, and I can get inside there, and when they get frozen, I stab them and I do extra damage. If you didn't know, when you stab frozen enemies in the game, they take 120% more damage. So that's making Cull Shadow do insane damage. And then of course, we got Spirit of Sentinel Self that increase our melee damage even more, making the Cull Shadow do even more melee damage, okay? So both of these are just really pouring into the melee fantasy in this build, okay? And if just show you guys a little bit, if I put this Minotaur frozen, he just died, okay? It's insane damage. It's insane damage. Now, artifact. There's only one artifact perk. Well, two. There's only 2 artifact perks that increases melee damage. The first one is Armor Smith. That actually work with Cull Shadow. Let me make sure I make that clear. The Shield Crush does not work. Even though Shield Crush says increased melee damage, that's only for your abilities. It does not work for stuff like Monte Carlo or Cull Shadow, okay? Armor Smith, make it that when you break a combatant shield, your melee damage is increased by 100%, okay? And you get damage resistance on you ×2, okay? So this alone, make it that, and it stays on like 6 seconds, 6 seconds. So this is making Cull Shadow do dumb damage, as y'all just seen I did with this Minotaur. When I break this Minotaur shield, I have it for 6 seconds. So now if I go with this Minotaur, I'm doing dumb melee damage with the Synthocept and stuff, okay? So that's why we got. The other artifact perk that increases melee damage for Cull Shadow would be Transference. Gain grenade and melee damage when Transcendence. It only increases your melee damage by 10%, so it's not worth it. But those only two. Shield Crush, sadly, does not increase the melee damage of Cull Shadow, okay? We're rocking Taser Tag because we will be trying to get combination blow, so we just went with the melee build I have from my other previous videos for combination blow. Taser Tag to make it that whenever I melee somebody my arc melee combination blow, I jolt them. We got on Singularity Blade, so whenever I do melee damage, including Cull Shadow, if I have a Void buff on me, they will get weakened, increase on our melee damage by 15%. We have on Blinding Jolt, then make it that whenever I kill jolted people, which we're going to be doing with Taser Tag, we blind people in the area. We got Dielectric on, again, that go in tangent with Taser Tag, so we always going to be getting bolt charges in this build. And then we got Kinetic Synthesis, very important, because if I end up shooting people with this, you'll see ammo actually come out of them from the poison damage. So you will always have ammo for Cull Shadow, 24/7. Okay? So never have to worry about ammo at all. Then we have on Powerful Pain. Again, we're going to be weakening people with Singularity Blade. But to get to the Singularity Blade, it will be Stash Executioner. Stash Executioner, when we ever stab somebody and kill them, it does weakening for the first melee while we in Stash Executioner. So we'll be having Devour in this build as well from we keep going invisible, stabbing people and killing them. Singularity Blade just make it a smooth transition because when invisible, we stab somebody, they weaken because Stash Executioner. But then once we got Devour, every melee we do will weaken people without us being a Stash Executioner, making it easy for us to proc Stash Executioner again to get back invisible, to continue to loop, to get that dumb 300% extra melee damage from Stash Executioner. Subclass, we got Tether on because the armor set we're using is Atheon's Memory. So the tick damage we're doing with the poisoning is considered sustained damage. So long we got subclass buff on us like Frost Armor and whatnot, whenever we poison people, not only we making ammo bricks, we gonna always make Ores of Power on our body to get us Void Overshield for 70% damage reduction on top of the Frost Armor we will have. Because we are rocking Frost Facet of Purpose, whenever you pick up Ore of Power, you get a Void Overshield because of our super that we got on, which is Tether. So Gambler's Die for a combination blow, obviously. We have on Dustfield Grenade for the Frost Armor renewal, renewal grass in our class item. Stash Executioner, like I said, 300% increased melee damage on top of the combination blow is 400%, I believe. Extra melee damage, again, stacks with Cull Shadow, so get 3 sets combination blow before you start stabbing with Cull Shadow. And then we got Winter's Trail. This gives 50% damage reduction every shade step with our combination blow, and make it easier to proc Stash Executioner, slowing people and whatnot. Yeah, and that's just perfect combo with Faster Courage, because Faster Courage making that we do 50% more melee damage whenever someone's affected by a darkness debuff. So we have Winter Shroud on to make it easier to do combination blows on people inside -50. Faster Protection on for the 15% damage reduction because we always close quarters to people. Faster Purpose, like I said. And then we got on Faster the Blessing, where melee final blows start health regeneration. We're stabbing people with Cull Shadow, so this will start health regeneration. We will have Devour proc, so Devour gives health, chunk of health back, and then this will start health regeneration for us, okay? Armor mods, we have on 2 special ammo finders, but again, you can put whatever. You can put 2 super fonts here if you want, because you always gonna have special ammo for your weapon because of kinetic senses when you shoot people with it. So I recommend just put on 2 super fonts, okay? Matter of fact, we changed that right now. 2 super fonts so that we can get our tether back quicker to kill groups of enemy staff together with Synthocept and whatnot. I'm on Siphon because I'm running a Void weapon as well to make Ores Power. We have on a melee font to get our melee stat to 200. We got 2 grenade fonts on to get our grenade stat to 100. so we can get more uptime on our dust field grenade. Again, we get orbs power from the Vaulted Glass armor set. So if you're wondering how we're making orbs, consistently in this build, it's because of that, okay? Because you doing your melee attack with Cull Shadow do not count for the melee mod in your arm piece. So don't even think about it. We got our resist mod and chest piece, especially melee damage resistance, because we are close quarters within 5 meters of enemies all the time. And that does stack with void resistance and stuff, so that it's not dimension returns. We have innovation on to get more grenade energy from the Vaulted Glass armor, so we can spam dust field grenades more often. Orbs of Restoration to stack with that, because we won't be using any other abilities, to be honest, while we got Cull Shadow out. So this will just give us more energy with the innovation for our grenade, dust field grenade. And then I got kinetic scavenger on, so when I do pick up the ammo bricks, we'll get more ammo for Cull Shadow to spam it even more. But again, you change it to like kinetic surge, because again, you can easily make ammo for Cull Shadow from just shooting enemies, and then the takedown for the poison goes into the kinetic synthesis. Then we got on Reaper, Bomber, Chase Step, get some grenade energy back, because we're going to be Chase Step and punching for the combination blow. And then Powerful Traction to get some more orbs around us, right? But again, we're not making orbs really like that from punching people, so you can change Powerful Traction to a class fine, because the orbs you make from the Vaulted Glass will be picked up immediately on your body. You don't have to go run and pick it up. So again, I will actually go class font here just to add more uptime on your class ability. Okay, that's the build, guys. Love you guys, appreciate you guys as always, and until next time, stay up.